Welcome. I'm Leslie Juvin-Acker. You know me as the leadership coach and expert career strategist who delivers weekly career advice from Malachi's Picks. Join me for an inside look as I explore the subjects of leadership, career advancement, and work-life balance with today's lifestyle industry disruptors and innovators. Now on Drive.
On this episode of Drive, I'm sitting down with Chris Cote, action sports personality, owner of Cote Media Group, and editor-in-chief of Encinitas Magazine, here at the Univ Studio in Encinitas, California. He invites us into his creative zone, reveals how he overcame his own personal demons, and how today, Chris is bringing viewers into his world of action sports. Now, on this episode of Drive. Hi guys, on this episode of Drive, we have Chris Cote. Chris, thanks for joining us.
Hi.
All right, Chris, thanks for having us here in your space.
Thank you for coming.
Chris, you have a diverse career in media with deep roots in the action sports industry. What is it that you're doing today with Cote Media Group, your business, and where do you see Chris Cote in the future?
I feel like, thank you for saying I have a diverse history because I kind of use all of the assessed knowledge, I guess you will, to kind of create what Cote Media Group is now. Skateboarding, surfing, music, these were all just early passions, and they've all kind of risen up to be my job. So I try to look back at how excited I was, when I first learning tricks, skating, or first, couple of times surfing in different places. And I try to use that excitement and keep that flowing through the work that I do now. So, I feel like Cote Media Group can be not only an outlet for, my personal things that excite me, but also, as a way to teach the future about, not only high-level surfing, but entry-level surfing and skateboarding, and just helping people kind of realize that these sports, music, all these things are totally all-encompassing, and they're, everyone's invited.
So what's your role at Encinitas Magazine, and what do you intend to accomplish with this local publication?
What's my retirement plan? Encinitas Magazine is it's a passion project for sure. We kind of relaunched it with a couple friends almost 2 years ago, and it's all people that I previously worked with at Transworld. So it kind of mixes my love of Encinitas and also my love of print. I'm editor-in-chief at Encinitas Magazine, and basically every other month, we get to come up with stories, concepts, ideas, and execute them. It's about 32 pages of edit, which is nice. It's some breathing room. The heyday of Transworld Surf, we were doing 100, 200-page magazines, and so that was like 24/7 job, and this is kind of a nice way to basically walk around the town and see things and hear stories and be able to put those on paper and kind of express my love and admiration for this city and the people that live in it. But selfishly too, it's also a way to keep my face in print. I put my picture in every issue, and that's to show my mom that I'm still doing stuff.
That you got a job?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Chris, you recently commentated for the Vans US Open of surfing and skateboarding in Huntington Beach for a week. Tell us about the experience, and what is it that you bring to the viewer?
Well, this is many years in the making. It's probably my 12th or 13th year working at the Vans US Open of surfing, and I feel like each year it's a different challenge how you approach it. It really depends on waves. That's kind of at the end of the day, the only thing we can't control. So for this year in particular, a long stretch of pretty mediocre waves. So it was kind of a balancing act between letting professional or veteran surf viewers know about the conditions, about the surfers in the contest, but also letting beginner or first-time viewers know, how difficult it is to ride these kind of waves, or, what this whole event's like. It's really, speaking to professionals and also letting beginners in on what makes these surfers so special.
Chris, you have a unique brand of humor and an extensive knowledge of the history and its stars of the action sports industry, kind of giving you a Bob Hope-esque persona. if you will, in action sports. What role do you play in bringing action sports to the world?
Well, I definitely see myself as an ambassador to action sports.
Wonderful.
And even the word action sports is pretty kind of clinical, and we all use it because it's the best way to describe these sports, and I feel like inviting people into the world of action sports is a huge part of my job, and keeping people who are already in it, informed as to what's new and what's, why these new faces are influenced by what's already happened.
Right.
So, again, just kind of being the ambassador of positivity for surfing, skateboarding, music, and basically spreading the love of these sports. Hopefully grow these sports in a positive way, and just keep people excited about all these things that are so healthy for people to do at any age.
Chris, you and I recently shared a heart-to-heart about your experience with alcoholism and substance abuse. You've come a long way from your days in the documentary Riding in Vans with Boys. What did you learn, or what realizations did you have along the way on the path of sobriety that you apply to business today?
I feel like, especially in the music or action sports industry, basically a lot of it is based on partying or, being at events and having tons of fun. That's why a lot of people, I'm sure, want to be in the action sports world. And so, for me, I definitely was the life of the party for an extended period of time.
Right.
And I feel like it's kind of weird to say, but being that guy definitely opened a lot of doors for me. But, for me, you don't want to be that guy for too long. It's like you want to leave the party at an appropriate time. While it did open doors for me in some aspects, it closed more than it opened, because you get a reputation as a loose cannon, or, it's unpredictable. And, I actually started hearing that, we would have hired him, we would have hired Chris, but he's kind of crazy, or,
right.
We don't know what he's going to do.
Right.
And so I guess quitting drinking, and, I don't go around like preaching sobriety or whatever. It's for me.
Yeah, it's your journey.
Yeah. And so that, I guess, has kind of brought me to a different level in where I am with my career.
Right. What level is that?
But for me, it's just I can't be like medium. I'm either where I am now or just full throttle.
Yeah.
And nobody wants to see full throttle Chris anymore.
Right. So where before you'd give a lot of yourself to the alcohol or substances, but now you give a lot of yourself to the people that you're working for. At what point personally did you realize enough's enough?
Well, I think there was inside me, I knew that I wanted to quit doing all of that, but it took a couple of things, just full downward spiral of just getting super loaded one night and going, oh my God, like, you're a parent, what are you doing? And the next day, my son's going like, oh, are you sick, Dad? Like, you're not feeling good? I'm like, dude, you are a loser, what are you doing?
Right.
Telling myself, never drinking again. And then 2 days later, like, drinking again, and then going, okay, that's it. That's kind of like the personal side.
Yeah, you recognize the pattern.
And I realized that I would have most likely been divorced and, like, sharing custody of the kids or whatever had I not quit drinking.
Right. So what were the things that you wanted more than drinking?
Success, to be known as a person that is dependable.
Right.
I wanted growth, and I've already seen growth in the, already in the past 2 years. I just wanted clarity in life as well.
So it's a good time to be Chris Cote right now.
It is. It's a great time to be Chris Cote. Right now we're almost wrapping up the Vans Pro Skate Park series, going to Malmo, Sweden for the Global Championships. So, that was kind of a hurdle for me, getting involved in that series and, realizing like, oh, I got this. I can do this easy. And so that series is coming to an end. So it's exciting to kind of have been offered that opportunity and conquered it, I guess you will. And so, looking forward, there's a lot happening in surfing and skating. So I see more big skate and big surf events in the future for me. So just a matter of, getting those opportunities and really seizing them and making the most of every chance I get, whether I'm on screen or behind the scenes, getting prepared for an event. It's all kind of become a challenge that I've risen up to. every time. So I'm just hoping and expecting more challenges and more growth.
Chris, thanks for joining us today on this episode of Drive, for opening up your heart and your space.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for joining me on this episode of Drive, brought to you by Malachi.com, Carrasco Creative Media, and me, your career coach, Leslie Juvin-Acker. Charge your career and see you here next time on Drive.
Do you or someone you know have an inspirational leadership story? Reach out to us at my Malachi profile and connect with me. We would love to tell your story. For additional career advice and extended Drive conversations, join us on the Drive page at Malachi.com. Be a part of the community and put your career in Drive.